Welcome to the 18th episode in the Chinese martial arts poetry series. So this episode we're going to be taking a drunken boxing move. This movement is called Toast to Guan Yu. The movement looks like this. So, to begin, we're going to first have to understand who is Guan Yu. Because the idea is that we're toasting to the guy, so we have to understand at least a little bit of who he is. So, Guan Yu is a real historical guy who was a general in an army and is always very famous for being very tall and being very brave and leading battle, and actually the Guan Dao is named after him, the Guan knife, which is a big pole arm with like a sword on the end. It's really cool. But this guy, who's known for being very big, some embellishments say that he's like 7 to 8 feet tall, but historically they believe that he was more around like 6'9"-ish. So, but if we consider again, the general populace in China is typically a lot shorter than in Western countries. So you would be about 8 foot tall, or he would be about 8 foot tall comparatively, right? It's like way taller, even if 6'9" is tall, but not too tall in Western countries. But he's a very famous general, and then later mythologies talked about him as essentially a god of war. So he's a very famous, you'll see him on a lot of Kung Fu altars as like a big statues, but no more is needed for the sake of this video. But the thing you need to know is that he's very tall. And getting back into the idea of drunken, right? There's a lot of movements where it's like you're offering a glass and you're drinking of your own, and there's a lot of toasts. So it's like you're toasting. It's like throwing up your merry ways, right? But when you're trying to toast to Guan Yu, right, he's very tall. So the movement is like you're trying to toast up to this tall man. So what this is trying to teach us in the martial arts movement is about reaching force, splitting upwards and downwards, and all this rotational force. So in this merry way that we try to toast to this very famous general, we learn about splitting force because there has to be force going upwards and downwards, and then the rotational force like we're turning a really big wheel. And from the stump at the end, we have the force that hits the earth. This is what we call earth jin, where the force essentially of our body dropping our weight, not just stopping our foot, but dropping our entire body weight downwards. The kinetic energy will reverberate back up through our bodies and then up through wherever we contact. So if we picture this as either an uppercut or a armbar, all that force that goes down then translates back up to break the arm or to smack the guy in the chin. The real application is both of those. Uppercut and break the arm at the same time. So this movement is really good for taking in isolation to work on these principles. So you can take it and just work on this reverberation force, rotational force, and this splitting force. So that was Toast to Guan Yu from Drunken Boxing. Thank you very much.